This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for January 5th, 2024. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. New Year's Day have launched a third single from their upcoming new album, Half Black Heart, set for release on March 1st. The song's origins date back to the summer of 2020, with Ash Costello saying, "Personally, I felt lost and uncertain about what lie ahead. However, a voice within me urged me to persevere, to never give up, and to maintain faith that things would eventually fall into place as they were meant to." New Year's Day are opening up for Lacuna Coil on a U.S. tour starting in Wilmington, Delaware on May 2nd. Paramore have backed out of the Alter Ego Festival based on an Instagram story, saying they'll not be able to make the upcoming festival taking place on January 13th at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. The band apologized for any inconvenience, and Fall Out Boy was named as their replacement. A new immersive show that will bring Elvis to life as an AI hologram is getting ready to debut in the UK. 47 years after his 1977 death, Elvis Evolution is going to open in London in November of 2024 at a theater yet to be announced. The UK company producing the event promises a jaw-dropping experience, saying the show peaks with a concert experience that will recreate the seismic impact of seeing Elvis live for a whole new generation of fans, blurring the lines between reality and fantasy. Mike McCready says he hopes the new Pearl Jam album comes out this year, saying a bunch of songs were tracked working with producer Andrew Watt. Saying, quote, "He really kicked our asses, got us focused and playing song after song. It took a long time to make Gigaton, but this new one didn't take as long. Andrew was like, you guys take forever to make records. Let's do this right now." He also said the upcoming album is a lot heavier than you would expect, saying there's the melody and energy of the first couple of records, that Andrew pushed us to play as hard and melodic and thoughtful as we've done in a long time. I feel like Matt Cameron's drumming has elements of what he did with Soundgarden. Jelly Roll recently granted one of his biggest fans' wishes in Tennessee, meeting up with a grandmother named Sharon who had been diagnosed with a terminal illness. Quote, "She had an aneurysm which caused early onset dementia," said her daughter Melissa. She also has renal failure and has chosen not to do dialysis, saying it's a lot for her. Sharon, who's a mega fan of Jelly Roll, convinced her daughter and granddaughter to get matching bad apple tattoos with her in honor of Jelly Roll. Melissa told a crew member of Jelly Rolls at a recent toy drive that it was on her bucket list. Her number one thing was to meet Jelly Roll. Sharon met the star backstage saying, quote, "He made me feel so special. He told me I only looked 50. Jelly Roll's nominated for 2 Grammy Awards at the upcoming ceremony happening on February 4th at the Crypto.com Arena in LA. The band Mo are speaking out after 2 people were killed in a car crash outside of their New Year's Eve show. The band were playing at the Kodak Center in Rochester, New York. At around 12:50, around 1,000 people were leaving the venue, and a Ford Expedition ran into a Mitsubishi Outlander, the collision causing the 2 vehicles to run through a group of pedestrians. 2 people in the Outlander were killed, and at least 9 others were injured. Rochester police said the vehicle intentionally sped towards other vehicles and pedestrians, and that the exhibition had been loaded with gas canisters. The crash resulted in a fire that took over an hour to extinguish. The band said, quote, "Last night's events outside the Kodak Center have left us all in profound shock and sadness. On a night that was meant to be a celebration of togetherness, we're faced instead with a tragedy that defies understanding. Our hearts go out to the families and friends of those that lost their lives, and our thoughts are with those who were injured. In these moments of confusion and grief, we stand together in solidarity." Billy Joel has announced a number of new tour dates in 2024, including co-headlining shows with Stevie Nicks and Sting. Headlining Soldiers Field in Chicago on June 21st and Busch Stadium in St. Louis on September 27th. Tickets for the newly announced shows with Billy Joel go on sale Wednesday, January 10th at 10 a.m. local time. Ace Frehley says he's got a forthcoming album that will make his former Kiss bandmates, quote, look like imbeciles. Saying, quote, Kiss hasn't put out a record since 2012, and here I am, 17 years sober, and it's my 6th record since leaving Kiss. I keep chugging along, and nobody can stop me. Creating amazing music is the best way to combat someone putting you down. That's how I shut them up. And late last year, Bring Me the Horizon made the announcement that they had mutually parted ways with longtime keyboardist and producer Jordan Fish. And today, the now foursome have released a brand new track called Kool-Aid, the 6th single they've released in advance of their long-awaited follow-up to 2020's Posthuman Survival Mode. The latest album, Posthuman Next Gen, was scheduled for release in September of 2023 and is now due out sometime in 2024. That's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 187, featuring Zach Malloy from the Nixons, is available now.